A very good Wednesday morning to all you fellow wobblers out there. Landon here in the driver's seat with you to bring you your latest weather or night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Got a few clouds that's passing out and around the vicinity this morning. You can see that blatantly looking at our satellite overlay. We got this stationary front that's kind of laid out across the volunteer state. This thing is going to be lifting off to the north and east here as we work throughout the day. As that boundary lifts to the north, that's going to increase our heat and humidity here across the region. And then that's also going to fire off the opportunity at a few isolated shower and storm chances as we work into this afternoon. You're going to want to get out there and enjoy it today, folks, because rolling into Thursday, Friday, and early Saturday, we're going to have more prominent rain and storm chances here on the docket for us. Let's get a look across the region, shall we? Morgantown, overlooking Butler County, showcasing the fog residing right there and rolling off of the Green River towards 231 there on the south side of Morgantown. Beautiful start to what's going to be a warm, albeit very beautiful day. And how about this picturesque sunrise overlooking the WRUS Skycam, looking north of Russellville. Right there on 431, the morning commute getting busy out there. What a beautiful sunrise and masterpiece of a painting there to take in early this morning. Temperature-wise, we have seen those temperatures fall throughout the overnight underneath clearing skies for the most part. We're located right around the mid and upper 40s across the northern tier of the region, down here closer to the Tennessee line, stretching over from Allen County, Simpson, and Logan, already up into the lower 50s. We're going to be pegging highs this afternoon anywhere between the upper 70s to lower 80s. Combine that with some increasing humidity, folks, we're going to get a little bit of a stickiness out there as we work throughout the day. That is what is going to be the result. Let's take a look at what's going to unfold and what this weather pattern is going to evolve into with that stationary front as it lifts north over the region. As I was previously mentioning, we got dew points down this morning, located anywhere between the upper 40s to lower 50s. It feels crisp and wonderful, a little bit cool early this morning, but with that boundary lifting north over our vicinity, take a look at the increase in moisture that's going to be arriving here out of the south. Going to be looking at dew points stretching upwards between the low to maybe even mid 60s at times, all the way through the early and mid afternoon hours, continuing throughout this evening. Now, what's going to occur is with that influx of moisture, keep your eyes right down here along the Tennessee-Kentucky state line. As we work into the afternoon in the peak heating, look at these little robust cells that we have explode across the region. These are going to develop and intensify quickly and then move at a snail's pace and then dissipate. We're not expecting any sort of severe weather, but no, if you get caught underneath one of these isolated downpours, it could put down 1/10 of an inch or so in a rather very fast rate, all right? Now, take a look. Let's look here at the big picture first of what's going to unfold. By the time we roll into our Thursday evening, this is what the surface map is going to look like. And this cold front off to our west is going to take its sweet time sweeping east across the region. We got the green arrow signifying the deep moisture that's going to be being shoved up here out of the deep south and out of the Gulf. That is going to be priming up our atmosphere for the more prominent chances for rain and storms as we progress throughout our Thursday, but especially throughout our Friday afternoon and on into our Friday night. It should be a steady progression of an increase in those rain and storm chances as we progress throughout that time frame. Now that we got the big picture view, let's fold back and let's look at the simulated radar activity. We just left you off of this here in the late afternoon hours of today with these robust little cells. Again, vast majority of us is going to stay dry, all right? But take a look. Here we are getting into our Thursday morning. We get scattered showers and storms impacting the region. Continuing as we work into our Thursday afternoon and evening, these little robust scattered cells continuing to develop. And then we work into our Friday, and we get the better moisture parameters arriving here out of the south and west. You can blatantly see the uptick in the rain and storm coverage that we're going to have to be dealing with throughout the final day of the work week. And this will be taking us throughout Friday night, even into the early hours of our Saturday, all right? Speaking of the weekend, we do have good news. It is a drier trend after the cold front slides east of the area. So here we are looking at Friday afternoon, Friday night, Saturday morning, right here at sunrise into mid-morning. You can blatantly see what we have with the low pressure system and associated cold front slicing right across our vicinity. With the front lagging but continuing to push down to the south and east, high pressure building in here out of the north is going to be bringing a northerly wind component. We'd have some cloud cover that'll hang around at least throughout the morning hours, if not even into the afternoon hours of Saturday. But we should see a slow degradation of that cloud deck, opening up the door to more sunshine throughout the last half of the weekend, with high pressure building in here out of the north. Now we look to stay dry Sunday on into Monday, even Tuesday of next week, but then as we roll into as we roll into our Monday evening, and then we get into our Tuesday and Wednesday, here comes another passing cold front with another uptick of shower and storm chances impacting our vicinity, all right? Getting a look here at the short range view, we do not have a risk of severe weather. We do have a generalized thunderstorm risk, so you might catch some gusty winds, some downpours from time to time, some copious amounts of rainfall at times, but for the most part, just a generalized thunderstorm risk, not expecting. We do not have the ingredients in place for any sort of significant severe weather. We can't rule out some rumbles of thunder that's going to be coming along with that. Total rainfall amounts between this afternoon through Saturday morning looks to be a broad brush of a ½ inch up to an inch of total precipitation before this weather maker gets out of here and the cold front passes south and east of the region by mid-morning on into midday Saturday, opening up the door to cooler, less humid conditions for us to enjoy, all right? Speaking of that extended outlook, here's your next 6-day weather forecast. Going to be up right around the 80-degree mark on either side of it throughout the day. It's going to be warmer. It's going to be more humid. Robust pop-up isolated storms this afternoon. We get into our Thursday, those shower and storm chances will become more scattered with highs near 80. Really going to increase throughout our Friday time frame. That'll mitigate temperatures a few degrees, continuing throughout our Friday night. And then we get some relief in here. Saturday, scattered showers early morning, and then decreasing clouds with highs in the mid-70s. Mid and upper 70s on Sunday. Humidity is going to stay at bay. But folks, take a look at Monday. We get the return flow. We get deep southwesterly winds. It's going to come in here. Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, we bring shower and storm chances back into the mix. The opportunity of highs holding anywhere between the mid, don't shoot the messenger, to perhaps even the upper 80s at times. We'll be keeping close eyes on that before the cold front passes, but we could be getting some very, very warm and muggy conditions in here between the early and middle part of next week. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Wednesday morning hump day edition of your Weather and Night forecast presented by On Target.